Right, I'm here at the Korda offices again to answer a few more of the questions from the Facebook and the Twitter pages. So I'm going to have a little look and see who sent in the latest question. Gareth, any tips on long distance casting? Right, okay. First of all, the biggest thing that I see with most anglers when trying to cast long distances is that they keep their arms all crunched in tight to the head. Straight away by extending your arms, you add range to your casting. Other than that, I would say try and keep the right hand, or it's left-handed, sorry, the hand on the reel stem fully extended, and make sure the hand on the butt grip at the furthest end is accelerated fast into your chest. Obviously, line diameter and lead size on shock leaders, you know, they're all the things you're going to be looking to use for long distance casting. But the main things are the extended arms and weight transfer. So keeping your weight on the back foot, keeping your arms straight, and then pushing the weight forward onto your front foot while accelerating the handle into your chest. Hope that helps. Next question, Mr. Wilson, what flavour pot noodle do I like best and why? Back in the day I used to eat a lot of beef and tomato ones when I was very poor on tackle shop wages. These days I've turned over to the chicken and mushroom, which is another old school classic. I'm not really keen on these Bombay bad boys that I see a lot of people eating these days. Right, next, what have we got? If I was to catch the biggest fish in my local lake, would you come down for the day to give me some tips and pointers and correct me on what I'm doing wrong? Well, if you caught the biggest fish in the lake, I guess you'd probably be doing it pretty right, so I wouldn't need to come down and give you any tips. Do I wash my bits in the lake on a long session, or do I wait till I get home? I like to wait till I get home. I like to really fester up, become one with nature, until when I go for a pee in the bushes it smells like scampi. Paul Nat, how do I satisfy myself on long sessions? I won't answer that one. Have I ever won a goldfish at the fair, and if so, how big did it get before it died? No, I've never won a goldfish at the fair. How do I fish a lake with crayfish? Right, first of all, if I was fishing a lake with crayfish, I would tend to use plastic where possible, and if the water was clear, I'd be happy to do that as single hook bait fishing. If it wasn't, then I'd probably spot sort of smaller particles and stuff like that to draw a bit of attention to the plastic hook bait, you know, so that it's got a chance of being picked up while the fish are feeding on other bits and pieces. Keeping rigs in position for long periods of time is obviously a big no-no when you're fishing lakes with crayfish. So a lot of the time I'd probably try and stay mobile, casting pop-ups at shellfish. Hopefully the fish will find it before the crayfish do. But then again, if I was having a fish stank, then I'd fish the rubber and I'd swallow over the top. So I hope that helps. Lee Smith, linear or bluebell? I'd have to say linear, but only because I've not been to bluebell before. I quite enjoy St John's, obviously the big plate is in there and a couple of big commons, and I always feel that you're in with a chance of catching, but also of a real trophy for the album. So linear is my favourite, but only because I've never been to bluebell. Next. Forget meticulous tactics, rigs and bait. I heard you only need the tarry cast to tag along. If you could buy and own any lake in the country, which one and why? It depends if I could move it or not. My favourite lake that I've ever fished is the North Met Pit in Hertfordshire, in the Lee Valley, but it's in a very bad location as it's quite close to towns and stuff. So if I could move that one, buy it and own it, then I would. If it was one that I had to take where it already is, I don't know, anywhere really big and nice, somewhere like Raysbury, if I could fence it off would be good, apart from the noise. Yeah, somewhere big that I could have lots of big fish in. I'm not really, obviously I do fish small ponds and stuff, but I'd really like to own a really big lake so you could have lots and lots of big fish without having them too crammed in. So maybe Raysbury, maybe Savay, somewhere like that.